is Paul McCartney? Well, he's a legendary musician, singer, songwriter, and one of the most successful artists in the history of popular music. He gained worldwide fame as a co-lead vocalist, co-songwriter, and a bassist for arguably the most influential band in the history of contemporary music, the Beatles. Let's find out how he got here. Hi, and welcome to the Beatles Wings. If you're curious about the Beatles or just want to know more, you've come to the right place. You can get real facts here because I'm a huge fan and I've read and researched all my material. So if by the end of this video you are completely satisfied, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Now let's get back to the video. James Paul McCartney was born on June 18th, 1942 to James McCartney and Mary Moen in Liverpool, England. Known as Paul, due to not wanting to be confused with the elder James, showed an early interest in music. This was influenced significantly by his dad, who was a jazz musician in his earlier years and encouraged Paul to try different musical instruments. McCartney was given a trumpet by his dad and learned a few tunes, but soon realized he couldn't sing and asked to trade it in for a new guitar. Guitars were the new craze at this time. The big band era was ending and rock and roll was just beginning. Unfortunately, around this time, tragedy struck the McCartney family when on October 31st, 1956, Paul's mother Mary died from breast cancer. This had a significant impact on Paul being only 14. To help cope with his grief, he threw himself into mastering the guitar. Little did he know that just in a short time, he would be put on a path that would lead him to where he is today. It was July 6, 1957, when 15-year-old Paul was introduced to John Lennon and his band The Quarrymen by a mutual friend, Ivan Vaughan, at the Woolton Church Fete in 1957. He eventually joined the band and later with George Harrison and Ringo Starr formed the Beatles. The band's earlier years were characterized by hectic schedules of performances in Hamburg, Germany and the Cavern Club in Liverpool. This helped hone their skills and prepared them for unprecedented success. Under the management of Brian Epstein, a local businessman, and with the musical direction of producer George Martin, the Beatles achieved massive success, first in the United Kingdom and then the world, with hits like Please Please Me, She Loves You, and I Want to Hold Your Hand. McCartney's contributions as a songwriter, singer, and musician were integral to the band's success. Songs like Yesterday, Hey Jude, and Let It Be are just a few examples of his songwriting prowess. Paul McCartney has been married 3 times and has 5 children. But before he got married, he had a 5-year relationship with a woman named Jane Asher. She was an actress from London, and they met in 1963. They also lived in the Asher household for 3 years. Their relationship ended in 1968, and it was soon after that Paul met Linda Eastman. On March 12, 1969, while still with the Beatles, Paul married Linda Eastman, an American photographer from New York. Their marriage was a strong partnership both personally and professionally, until Linda's death from breast cancer on April 17, 1998. Linda had a daughter from her first marriage to Joseph Melvin C. Jr. On December 31, 1962, Heather Louise C. was born to Linda Eastman and Joseph Melvin C. Jr. She was then adopted by Paul legally after his marrying Linda, and then she became Heather Louise McCartney. The first child born to Paul and Linda McCartney was Mary Anna McCartney, born on August 28, 1969. Mary is a photographer and global ambassador for Meat Free Mondays, a campaign co-founded by Paul, Mary, and Stella in 2009. Stella Nina McCartney was born just 2 years later on September 13, 1971. Stella is a renowned fashion designer known for her commitment to sustainability in the fashion industry. James Lewis McCartney, Paul's only son, was born on September 12, 1977. James is a musician who followed in his father's footsteps, releasing his own music. A little over 4 years after the death of his first wife, Paul married Heather Mills on June 11, 2002. The marriage was fraught with public scrutiny and ended in a highly publicized divorce in 2008. But they did bear one child, Beatrice Millie McCartney, on October 28, 2003. They have been keen to keep Beatrice out of the public eye since birth, so there's not much known about Beatrice. On October 9, 2011, McCartney married Nancy Chevelle, an American businesswoman. They had been dating for a couple of years, and their relationship has been characterized by a very low profile compared to McCartney's previous marriages. Paul McCartney's family, including his children and grandchildren, has been a significant part of his life and his career, often appearing with him at events and during his tours. McCartney also referenced his family in his music and public appearances, highlighting the importance of family in his life. After the Beatles disbanded in 1970, McCartney embarked on a solo career, releasing his first self-titled debut album, McCartney, in 1970. He formed the band Wings with his first wife, Linda Eastman, and Denny Lane in 1971. Wings achieved significant success in the 70s with hits like Band on the Run, Live and Let Die, and Silly Love Songs. McCartney has continued his career as a solo artist since Wings disbanded in 1981, producing a vast catalog of songs and albums that span various musical styles. He also has been involved in projects including classical and electronic music and has collaborated with numerous artists across different genres. Paul McCartney has the most successful solo career post-Beatles and is still a driving force in music today at 81 years old. McCartney's contributions to music have been recognized with numerous awards and honors. He has been inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, once as a member of the Beatles in 1988 and again as a solo artist in 1999. He was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 1997 for his services to music. McCartney's influence on music, culture, and the entertainment industry cannot be overstated. His work has spanned for decades, and he remains to be a vital and creative force in music today. So this is my third video up on this channel, and I'm barely scraping the surface on a lot of these subjects, and I do plan on making a more in-depth view of all these people and places, but I really did want to start somewhere, and there's a lot of people out there. I mean, we are now 50 years ahead of this, and they don't know who the Beatles are. So I just wanted to give them a little bit of a background, and for all you enthusiasts, I'm looking to do more in-detail episodes later on into this channel. I also have another channel called Graham72. Link is in the description as well as on my homepage. And if you'd like to see some archived videos of the Beatles, I have a lot up on that channel, so go ahead and check it out. If you like this kind of thing, like, subscribe, comment, and share. And let me know what you would like to see. Leave comments below, and thanks for watching. Bye.